Robert Andrews Millikan experimentally calculated the radius and charge of an electron. Like if we say the charge of an electron E equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. This is the charge of an one electron. So Robert and Millikan, he experimentally calculated the charge of electron. So this is the experimental figure. So I will just explain this. So what he did was, he took a double walled chamber. We can see this is a double wall chamber. Inside the double wall chamber, water can flow easily, so that the temperature inside the chamber, it always remains constant. Then by the help of atomizer, clock oil, it means non-volatile oil, clock oil is used to spray inside the chamber. Oil are sprayed by the help of atomizer. So inside the chamber, two metal plates, circular discs having hole in metal A, that is upper plate A, it is connected to positive terminal of high tension battery, whereas lower plate is connected to negative terminal of high tension battery. So X-rays are used to ionize the gas inside the chamber. Similarly, so light is passed so that we can see the oil drops, they are moving with terminal velocity, and by the help of telescope, the oil drops, they are observed. We will discuss Millikan's oil drop experiment in two conditions. So what he did was, first the oil drop, it is allowed to fall under the action of gravity, and again in second condition he allowed to move this oil drop under action of electric field. So I am going to explain about the first point. So what he did was, when the oil drop is sprayed inside double wall chamber by the help of atomizer, oil drops, they get spreaded, then few oil drops, they pass through the hole of the metal plate A, then they starts to move slowly. So we have already discussed this chapter in class 11 in Stokes law. So what happens when our oil drops moves under the action of gravitational field? So there will be three forces acting on that oil drop. So weight W, it will be acting downward, viscous force F, it is acting upward, and upthrust U, it is also acting upward, as we have discussed this in detail in Stokes law in class 11. So when the oil drop, it starts to move between the two metal plates, the force acting upward will be equals to force acting downward. That means the oil drop, it starts to fall with a terminal velocity. So under equilibrium condition, so what happens? Force acting upward, so that will be, this is viscous force, this is upthrust, will be equals to weight W. We can write under equilibrium condition, under equilibrium condition. So that means this is viscous force, so that will be 6 pi eta r V, where V is the terminal velocity, r is the radius of the oil drop, eta is the coefficient of velocity, and this is the 6 pi. Similarly in upthrust, that is upthrust provided by air, so that will be 4 by 3 pi r cube sigma g. Again for weight, we can write 4 by 3 pi r cube rho g. That means rho is the density of an oil and sigma is the density of air. So our equation will be 6 pi eta r v will be equals to 4 by 3 pi r cube rho g minus 4 by 3 pi r cube sigma g. So again, if we simplify this equation, so that will be, we take common 4 by 3 pi r cube rho minus sigma g. Now if we can cancel pi, so also 2 2s are, so this will be 2 3s are 6, so radius 1 and gets cancelled, so that will be square. So our final equation will be 3 eta v equals to 2 by 3 r square rho minus sigma g. So if I just simplify this equation again, so our final equation will be now again Millikan's he performed this experiment under the action of an electric field. So just before I have derived the equation for the motion of an electron beam under the action of gravity. So now we are going to discuss about the motion of electron beam under the action of electric field. So what happens again, when by the help of atomizer the oil is spread inside the chamber, again the oil drop they spread inside the chamber and few drops they pass through the hole of metal plate A. Now the electric field is switched on. Now we can see here, now high tension battery is applied, and at the same time X-rays they are also passed inside the chamber. So X-rays, so it ionizes the air molecule inside the gas. That means by the help of X-rays, the air inside the chamber, it gets separated into positively charged ions and negatively charged electrons, and the electrons they get attracted towards the oil drop, and the electrons we can see, let me just say, if these are the oil drops, then electrons they get stick on the oil drop. Now we can say that these oil drops are negatively charged, and when the high tension battery is switched on, these negatively charged electron and charged oil drop they will attracted towards the upper plate which is positively charged. Now if I just draw this figure, if this is an oil drop, so weight it will be always acting downward, so upward, so there will be acting force due to electric field and upthrust U, and since the oil drop is moving upward, viscous force it is acting downward, as just we know that viscous force it acts in opposite direction of the motion of an object. So if I just explain this mathematically, so force acting upward will be equals to force acting downward under equilibrium condition. Under equilibrium condition, so force acting upward, that will be force due to electric field plus upthrust will be equals to viscous force plus weight. So in the force due to electric field we can replace it by, that will be E dot E. So again that will be F plus W minus U. So I have written here from above equation, so we can replace U minus W by F. So or EE will be, so this is a viscous force 6 pi eta r V2, this is the velocity under electric field, and that will be 6 pi eta r V1, this is the terminal velocity under the gravitational field. So our equation will be EE will be equals to 6 pi eta r V2 plus V1. So we have to replace this R by the equation that we have already derived, and we will again write this equation E. So since this is the electric field intensity, we can write it by potential by distance. So that will be 6 pi eta, so this will be V2 plus V1, and in place of R we have written 9 eta V divided by 2 rho minus sigma G. So our final equation E will be equals to, so 6 pi N d by V. So this is the potential, v2 plus v1 root under 9 eta v. So this is the velocity, 2 rho minus sigma g. So this is our final equation. So from this equation we can calculate the charge of an electron.